You guys, I just came back from the Ontario plant show and I have not bought plants in a little bit, so I may hope went a little bit crazy. There was some really cool stuff, so I'm going to show you. Quick disclaimer, if my voice sounds weird at all, I just started Invisalign like 4 weeks ago, so I don't know, my words might sound a little lispy or whatever, but it's fine, you'll get over it. So let's look at some plants, shall we? I'll try and pull them out kind of in the order that I found them. So the first place I stopped when I got to the show was at Equigenera. So this guy that I got is Ceratostema zamorana. So I was looking for a Ceratostema pendens. If you remember on my plant tour, my most recent one, I was really upset because my Ceratostema pendens died. And unfortunately they didn't have any of the pendants there, but they did have this one. So I'm thinking like the leaves are kind of reminiscent of the pendants. If I show you up close, they're a little bit bigger. They're not quite as round, but I have a lot more confidence this time around that I can actually grow these guys. The one thing that I learned is they don't propagate from the woody parts of the stem. They only propagate from the green parts. So to rehab it, I might have to take some cuttings depending on if this has any roots or not. I'll have to check, but that is something I have learned with Ceratostema. Some of the leaves have come off, but seems to be in okay shape. I also got this Ceratostema villosa. I think I've seen these guys with their flowers and the flowers do look really, really cool. My Ceratostema rawhii is still alive, even though it's only like one small branch. And yeah, this guy's lost a bunch of leaves. See close. But the leaves are very like fuzzy and cute. This one I probably will definitely propagate, but I just love how long and dangly the plant is. Obviously it's kind of sparse just from shipping stock, but yeah, I'm pretty confident that I can rehab it. So there we are. That is Ceratostema villosa. One more look at that guy. Beautiful. You can see at the base of him, he's got like a bulb. My Ceratostema pendens had that, but then the roots on it were not good and it never grew anything out of the bulb. So yeah, we'll see. But I'll probably definitely take some cuttings. Here's a totally random one. The ID Chamaranthemum venosum. I've never seen this plant before. I have no idea about the care. It's like kind of similar in vibe to like a watermelon peperomia, but it's just different, you know? It wasn't like crazy expensive, so I thought, you know, I just gotta give it a try. I am a sucker for things I've never seen before. Look how gorgeous that is. We just appreciate that. I'm hoping it will be an okay like terrarium plant. The leaves are like really thick and velvety, which I wasn't expecting. I was expecting them to be more like plasticky, but the patterning is just very cool. It's way cooler in person than it came off on the pictures. So I thought, you know, I might as well give it a try. It also seems like it had suffered zero import stress because all the plants from Equigenera are imports. So yeah, just gonna give it a try. It's something different and it's kind of cool the way it grows and I liked it. Okay, last one from Equigenera. I didn't really go through a lot of the anthuriums. The only anthurium I picked up is like super basic. And it's only because my plant died recently and I am so sad. So I picked up another Anthurium warocqueanum. And yes, Mom, if you're watching this, I know you said that you have some extras that I can have, but just look how pretty this one is. And also the roots seem like they're in okay shape. Anthurium warocqueanum is notorious for importing badly. You can see some of these roots are broken, so those need to be cut off. Those are all gonna die. So I'm hoping that I can at least rehab it very quickly, because my plant that I had that died was about this size and I just miss her a lot. So I got a replacement. Even if she dies, it wouldn't be the first time. I don't know how many Anthurium warocqueanums I've gone through in my plant journey, but they're still one of my favorites, so what can I say? So my next stop on my journey was Understory Enterprises. They're one of my favorite shops for terrarium plants. I was really hoping to get a Biophytum sensitivum because mine died. I'm so sad. But they were really popular, so they sold out right away, even though I got there basically when it opened. I guess I shouldn't have gone to Ecuagenera first, but anyways, I still got some really cool plants. This is a really cool fern. Look at this little guy. Oh, look at him. So he's very cute. He almost looks like he should be an aquatic plant. The leaves are almost like semi-translucent. Like they're just so cool. He kind of just blends in with the moss, and I think he will look absolutely amazing in my terrarium. I assume he is an epiphytic type fern, which do pretty well in my terrariums. I almost passed over that guy, so I'm glad I got him. This one, I assume is a begonia. Yeah, there you go. It's literally called Begonia minifolia. And the foliage is in fact very mini and adorable. Again, I'm really into or looking for more small plants, like miniature plants. I was even thinking of like planting this in one of my isopod bins and having like a little isopod terrarium thing going on. This guy is just really cute, and I don't know if I've seen him offered before. So yeah, kind of excited about that one. Hi River, thank you for joining us. This is not for birds. Nope, not even a little bit. He also isn't very expensive. Here's another mini begonia. At least I think that's what it is. I see this type used in people's terrariums a lot. It seems to be a popular one. If I can just get this tape open. And there you go. Now you can see those cute little leaves. And I think the nice thing about this guy is that the leaves stay nice and small. So you don't, even if you have them like vining all over the place, they're not gonna like take over. So also in like a smaller terrarium, they would be really good. And this is a good size plant. Like there's a fair number of branches in here. So yeah, I've been kind of eyeing these up for a long time, but it's like I've always just been, you know, oh, I end up getting something else, and then it's like I can't really justify spending more money. But okay, I finally went for it, so I'm happy. So the next shop I really wanted to stop at was Flora Peculia. The two next batches of plants I'm going to show you were both, the tables were like side by side, so I'm not actually sure which one was Flora Peculia, but anyways, it doesn't really matter. These are both some of the weirdest plants, which was basically my mission, just to buy like the weirdest plants possible. Look at this. Look at this. This is an orchid, guys. This is crazy. And I know it doesn't look like much, but it is in fact a living plant. And I see some sprouts on him and everything. He is going to go in my vivarium, and I am super excited. This was definitely on my wish list, one that I wanted to pick up today. So now moving to the adjacent table. This is another like repurchase of a plant that I've killed. It's embarrassing. It's honestly embarrassing how many times I've killed this plant. This is the classic Macotes petola, also known as the lightning jewel orchid. Now, see how the foliage is kind of like, the veins are kind of like orangey-ish? I've been looking for one that has more like just light colored foliage. I feel like there's two types out there, and these days I only ever see this type with the more orange veining. So if you know where to get the original one or like what the story is with that, please let me know. But I'd still rather have this guy. Maybe it's just a light thing too, but I'm happy. I'm really happy to have this back in my collection, and I will try not to kill it this time. These next two, okay. These might be okay, it's hard to say my favorite because I may have splurged on one plant a lot. That one should probably be my favorite, but these guys I have never seen for sale before, and I'm just kind of obsessed with them. So listen, look at this, look at that, look, oh my. This is a type of Selaginella. So Selaginella uncinata is the one that is like blue and known as the peacock fern. I have a lot of that one. I love Selaginellas in general, but look at the way this one grows. It's like making itself into a tree. It's like a baby tree fern. Like that is just phenomenal. I don't know where to put him because I don't want to kill him and I have no idea how to propagate him. But I just love this guy so much. I might love him even more than Biophytum sensitivum. So this is a good consolation prize, I guess. But yeah, I am so happy I found this guy. That is just crazy. Never seen that before, which is my absolute favorite thing when that happens. This is another one right along the same lines. I have seen this plant before. I have reposted it on my stories and stuff on Instagram. Never have any idea who in the GTA or in Canada sells them, but I found one. Check it out. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, look at that. Look at this little guy. It's just got these like tightly spaced leaves and looks kind of like, gives off caterpillar vibes. Like he looks like a caterpillar somehow. And I don't know why, but I'm just obsessed with him. I am very, very, very excited to have found one of these guys. Again, no idea how to propagate it. I think they need very high humidity, but look at the way he moves. He's like a fishtail. He's just so interesting. I love him so much. I'm so excited about that. From there, I was kind of like, okay, I'm already over the moon. I went to visit my friend from Planted Succulent. So from her I got, and I will have to send her the ID. This is a little caudiciform plant. She had a large one there that I really loved, but it was kind of expensive. So I thought, well, okay, I'm gonna start with a small one. I've been seeing these guys online more and more paired with really interesting pots, and I kind of want to get into that more. So I'm starting with this cute little guy with some little leaves. And I got this guy too, who I think is a type of cactus. I am usually not a cactus girly. I just find them boring. I feel like they grow too slowly. But I think she said she had this one for 2 years and it's grown a fair bit. It kind of looks like a shriveled up pickle. But I kind of love it, and I think in the right pot, like that guy is just he's just so weird, and I've never seen something like that before, and I just thought it was cool. So yeah, whatever this guy is. Okay, this next one is from Signature Tropicals. It got a little bit squished, but I'm not too worried about it. This is a type of Oxalis. This is Oxalis Crazy Plum Variegated. So it just has the cutest little purple leaves with pink. I see these on Instagram and every time I'm like, oh, I want one so badly. And this is the first time I've ever seen one for sale. I think this will be great in a terrarium, which is just a plus. I've heard they propagate and grow really quickly. So I'm really happy to have one of these finally. I know that the video of it probably isn't doing it justice, but just wait. It'll look cute, I promise. I also placed an order in advance with Crystal Star Nursery because they don't always bring everything that's on their website to these shows. This is, show you that one up close. Oh, well, pinks don't have very deep roots. That's why that happens. So I'll just show you like that, I guess. This is Gypsy Cola crossed with Moctezuma. So Hanny on Instagram grows one of these, and hers is just like super cute and whimsical, and I always love it when I see it, so I thought I had to get one. Maybe it's not exactly the same, but it's close enough. So glad I checked that one off. I'm definitely really into pings. Here's another plant I just thought is like kind of weird, and I wanted to take a chance on it. Actually, it has the cutest little like heart-shaped leaves, and it gets blooms. It's like spiky. It's a desert plant. People do bonsai and stuff with these. So it was just a cool new one to me that I thought I would try out. And if it flowers, that is just a bonus. So yeah, just another cute little guy. Next we have Crassula tomentosa. I noticed they restocked these on one of their restocks, and then they sold out super quickly. And I checked back and I didn't see them. And then I happened to go on like a couple days before the expo, and they were like back in stock. So I was like, okay, I guess I have to pick one up. I really like Crassula. There's some really interesting varieties out there. I don't have a huge collection, but I just thought these were really unique as far as succulents go. Another plant, I'm just trying to lean really hard into the weird plants right now. This guy is really cool. I usually don't like euphorbia, like crested succulents or cacti or stuff, but this guy, because he's smooth, I find these have just the most interesting growth pattern. This one is still pretty small, and I think they grow pretty quickly. He wasn't very expensive. I thought I would just try him out and see how I like him. He's kind of cool. So those were my pre-orders from Crystal Star Nursery. I, of course, went to the booth and was looking to see if they had anything else cool that they brought to the show. They don't always have everything on their website that they bring. Look at this guy. I hummed and hawed over him a lot. I'm not usually an adenium girly. I don't have any. This would be my first one, but this guy, I don't know what it is. Like, is it the curly foliage, or he's just so fat and chunky and they look like they're like fingers coming off of him? I don't know why. I was just so like obsessed with this cool dude, and this in a cool pot would just be phenomenal. So I probably shouldn't have, but I don't know, he's just really unique, I think. I don't know if I've seen this like curly leaf variety before. I think these guys flower, which is why a lot of collectors grow them. But I just think there's something so cool. His base is almost like square. And I wonder if you exposed it a bit deeper, like the roots would also be really cool. He just gives bonsai vibes, and I'm into it. Look at those adorable leaves. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. This next one I'm also super excited about. I know it might not look like much now, but this is a Platycerium madagascarense. I assume that these were grown from spores, judging by the size. This one has been on my wish list for a while. Like, this is one of the few Staghorn ferns I have on my wish list. These get the most amazing waffle textured fronds. They are just fantastic. And it's these shield fronds that get that texture. This guy is just little, but you can almost see it starting, even though he's just like still very much a baby. So I am just ecstatic about these. And also because he's small, he was affordable. I do feel like I might have seen others, Madagascarans there, but they were like quite expensive. So this is awesome. Like, I'm so happy that they're stocking these. Last plant I got from Crystal Star Nursery. This guy's a whole vibe just on his own. Like, he's a perfect little bonsai just as is, and I wish I could just keep him this cute little size forever. I have kind of been into this plant for a while. Like, it's been on my wish list a while. My husband, well, not unfortunately, he can have, you know, his opinions. He likes bonsai, but he doesn't like these plants with like really sparse leaves. So I've kind of held off getting one of these for his sake because he doesn't really like them. And I mean, I know it's my hobby and not his, but I like to have, you know, his input and stuff and him not to hate the plants. But this guy is really cute, and I think if I just sneak him in, he won't really notice. So yeah, that guy is just pretty adorable. River. Absolutely not. No. I also got from Crystal Star some of their Mineral Magic Mix. I use this for all of my Hoyas, my Anthuriums, any plant I put in a self-watering container, I use this mix. It's like pond, but it's chunkier. I'm totally just in love with this stuff. I propagate in it. I do everything in it. I am just like a huge fan. It's not the cheapest substrate ever, but it's totally worth it in my opinion. I'm also trying a new mix that's called the Rooting Riches Mix. So this is a new one for me, but Crystal recommended it. She said that it's really good for pings and also for small bonsais like this. It has akadama and stuff in it. Probably like begonias when they're small would be good in this mix. Anything that has like fine roots. And it's basically the same stuff as the Mineral Magic Mix, just a smaller texture, which is going to be good for certain plants. So I'm excited, and I have something I can use this with, which I will show you. So my next items are some pots from this artist, which I am very excited about. Give me a second to get them unwrapped. Okay, this is a matching set of 5 pots, which I mean, I thought it was a great deal. All of these pots are just gonna be so perfect for like succulents and these weird plants that I've been buying. Like just imagine like that combo. That is just gonna be like way too cool. Or I could put like this little guy, I could put him in this one, in the smallest pot. And this guy I could put in one of the larger pots. Like, it's just like all working out. Like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. This guy too could be in one of these and he would look really cool. I just feel like I have a lot of plants right now that could use upgraded, elevated pots to make me more excited about them too. Like, just to give them the love that they deserve. So I'm very happy that I found these, and they have drainage holes and everything in the bottom. So I'm really excited about that. If you want to see me actually pot some of these guys up and do the pairings and stuff, I believe I'm gonna release that video for patrons. So you can check that out if that is something that you want to see. This artist also had the coolest pots for pings in particular. So like, okay, check this out. Okay, isn't that just the coolest? Okay, look, it's just like a rock, and the glaze on it is so perfect. Like, I just love the natural vibe. So the plan is take this pot, use this substrate, and then put like somebody like this in there, and they can all just be in each of the little wells. And I have more pings that are in self-watering pots that can go in here, and it's just, I can see it, you know? I can just picture that this is gonna be one of my new favorite pieces and ways to display my plants. So I'm extremely excited that I got this. Okay, so that probably should have been it, but then, okay, so there's this one plant that I saw, and then I had to like walk away and think about it, and I just, you know, it's just like the most beautiful plant I've ever seen, and I ended up getting it and paid a ridiculous amount for it, but here we are. So this one is also from Signature Tropicals. Evelyn has some really unique stuff, and you should definitely check her out. Oh, this plant doesn't even look real. Like, it doesn't even look, like, it looks like a fake plant. It doesn't look real. And it's a begonia. I'm crazy about begonias these days, especially, hint, variegated begonias. So this is her. I really hope she looks good on camera, as good as she looked to me when she totally pulled me in and force me to hand over all my money. I think this leaf right here is my favorite. Ah, she's just so pretty. I am really into variegated begonias. I'm not a super big fan of the like Ginny's Galaxy or something that's going around. She had both. She had this one and she had the Ginny's Galaxy, but this one is just so, so perfect. It's just perfect. This is Begonia Snow-Capped Variegated. Also huge on my wish list is like a Begonia Maculata Variegated, and this one has kind of the same vibe without being so big. Like Begonia Maculata I find gets unruly very quickly, where this one is just, she's just so cute and she's so perfect and small, and she's a cane style begonia, which I find are a little bit easier. I've had lots of success with them, so I'm not worried about killing her. She has like a beautiful like rim around each of the leaves. Like she's just so unique, and I know if you're not a begonia person, you're not gonna get it. And it does not make sense that this is the most expensive plant out of all of the ones that I purchased today. But she is just, I might have to be paying her back for a while. Hopefully I can propagate her and get a little bit of money back. But honestly, I just got her because I love her. Maybe I'll regret it in a week or so, but I am super excited. So that is it. Thank you very much for watching. If you stuck around through the whole thing, I'll have to count how many plants that was. It was a lot. I will leave you, go clean up this mess that I've now strewn across my whole table. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to take shops and stuff. Yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.